$75.
Let's say we're on. When we get set up, guys, give us a minute and we'll start the list, because we get lost. Then everybody gets butt hurt, and I don't want none of that. Don't want it.
Get set up, guys.
Oh, shush.
Turn your volume down.
I hate the sound of my voice. Alright, where to go? I guess you can only have one of these little things open at once. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Dawn and I are getting ready, and as we're getting ready, we usually chat. And some of the things we chat about, we just thought, you know, we may as well share it, because it's good stuff. So hold on, and as soon as we come on to give readings, we'll start the list, okay? So today we did a little something different, and I asked Dawn to draw a card, and I drew a card from the deck we do the card of the day from, and then we drew one for the collective, and we're reading what cards we had. What's your card? They can actually see that. So they can see the card. My card is beyond the mind.
What's the number?
20. Welcome, everybody. Hold on. You'll be able to see what we're talking about here in a minute. Oh, not that color. No, not that color. Welcome. Awesome. Okay. You want to start with mine, or?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I drew a card, and this is the card I got.
quieting the monkey mind, finding happiness within, going beyond intellectual limitation.
What limitation?
You gotta know, what are you limiting yourself on, Alice? Let's see. The mind is a wonderful tool for moving us through logistical elements of life so we can function in the world. However, its endless chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories, and subconscious programs can keep us in our suffering. One of the fundamental problems with mind chatter is that it takes us out of the present moment. As soon as we're in the past or future, we can no longer be our most empowered in the present. When we are stuck in the past or worrying about our future, we are not in command of our now. All we are doing is draining our energy and removing ourselves from the beauty of this incredible moment where anything is possible. That's not to say that we shouldn't plan for the future or honor the past. Our most empowered in the present. When we're stuck in the past or worrying about our future, we're not in command of our now. All we're doing is draining our energy and removing ourselves from the beauty of this incredible moment where anything is possible. That's not to say we shouldn't plan for the future or honor the past. The message is about bringing our awareness to the present. We are naturally wired to be everywhere but the present moment. Just as we would exercise to keep our body fit and healthy, it is useful to practice being here and now. Learning to find inner spaces of peace and silence, regardless of external circumstances, is one of the greatest gifts we can cultivate for ourselves. Much of Western culture and society pivots on a mind-based paradigm. This has served us from getting from A to B in a very linear way. But it is not holistic, and the cracks are starting to show. We learned
Miley.
that logic is always the right approach. However, more and more people are feeling unfulfilled, happy, and anxious, even though we are living more comfortably with fewer threats. What can we do about this? The answer is learning to just be, even for 10 minutes of your day.
Yes.
There are many techniques that help quieten the mind. Find the ones that work for you, and as your internal world becomes more peaceful, conscious, empowered, and meaningful, so too will your external world. They are interconnected. True bliss is experienced completely and utterly in the present moment. In essence, it is the feeling we spend so much of our life seeking. Ironically, we have access to this feeling always without external stimulants or concepts. Allow everything to drop away so you are present. It can take some work, but presence and bliss are totally within your grasp. Commodity-driven society tells us we need to seek things outside ourselves to feel safe and happy. This thinking keeps us out of the magic. The enlightened soul knows there is so much more. Take a step outside your mind-based concerns or limitations, looking at things in an overly logical way to hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you and consider what your heart and gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours?
I meditate.
Yeah. And my card was stepping through.
Yeah, yes. That's a good one too.
That one says follow your heart, dream big, stepping through something that has been holding you back, the threshold, starting new projects, self-belief. It is all possible, the road less traveled, and trust. Step in and step up all those dreams or projects you've been putting off. Now is the time to start, even if it is just one small element of the bigger picture. Although Just Do It has been coined by a commercial brand, it is one of my fundamental mantras. We will always have a myriad of reasons why today isn't the day, but remember, opportunity dances with those already on the dance floor. When you start something, talk about it, take consistent steps to actualize it, and you will see it take on a momentum of its own. The right people, places, and opportunities will magnetize, and it will start to come together. Don't be afraid to fail. The success we see around us has come from perseverance. Falling and getting back up again is part of the journey. Focus your energies and commit to seeing your vision become a reality. You're a human, so set reasonable expectations to know what and when. To know that when you apply yourself, you can make amazing things happen. Building a dream can seem overwhelming, but if you break it down and make a plan, you will gracefully find a way through. You might be able to manage most aspects of a project, and it is great to have an incentive to learn more skills, but it doesn't mean you need to do it on your own. Whatever you are aiming to achieve, there are people out there with the tools, skills, and energy you may be missing. Look at the bigger picture and delegate. A mentor, people on similar journey, or accountability buddy can be wonderful supporters and allies. Following your dreams is fulfilling and empowering, but as it is often a path less traveled, you may need to plot your own course or invent a way through. Also, consider what kind of lifestyle you would like, and know this may change and evolve as you do. What you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. That was John Anster, inspired by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe.
Being John Astor?
Anster. The time is now. No more excuses or tomorrows. Whatever you've been putting off, the universe is now pushing you to make it happen. You may feel a little outside your comfort zone, but that is where the magic happens. Take a leap. Combine your intuition with a plan of action. Break it down and trust the puzzle will come together piece by piece through the courageous act of making a start.
There you go. That's it's like when you said organization skills, it's like
we are reading from this.
Beyond Lemuria.
Yes.
Beautiful.
This is the cards.
That was given to me by the twin psychics. They have a channel on here somewhere.
Is that the Moon Sisters?
That's Ileana.
No. Oh, okay.
No, it's KJ and Talus.
Okay. I'm gonna step out for a second.
Love that deck. Well, we aren't here yet. We'll be here in a minute.
I
Okay.
need to make sure everything's okay with that. Everything. Yeah.
got the heater under Dawn's ass. So I'm going to probably get... Yes, our coffee cups are ready. Absolutely. Welcome, everybody. And then we have a card of the day for the collective. So it's not just that. Okay, where'd they go? This is the card of the day for the collective. But we've had this one before. So we're just going to read the divinatory meaning of that, okay? This deck, if you can find this deck, oh my goodness, it is so... Okay, it comes from the fifth dimensional knowledge, okay? If you know anything about Lemuria, they call it Mu. It was the other city of, like, Atlantis was a very masculine city, but very, 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 very advanced. And this was more like the feminine city. And it was called Lemuria. Look it up. There's a history. There's histories we don't even know about. So, when I talk to you about what you know, I ain't kidding. You just don't know you know. And the reason you don't know you know is because you're looking to know instead of understand. Because when you know, you know. That's as far as you can go. That's a ceiling. When you look to understand, understanding has no ceiling. But to truly understand, you got to look from a perspective that very few have. I kind of have that perspective, so very few understand it. But that's why I can talk to anybody. And I love you all. And that's why every once in a while I gotta kick your butt. Okay. Card number 39. Alright. Future? Yeah. Read it? It's just the divinatory meaning. Because we've read it before and I told him we'll find it.
Okay. I usually do that this little bit and then the divinatory.
Well, whatever she does, she's going to do it.
Alright. Okay.
Can we go on now?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Wisdom from indigenous peoples, ancestors holding the keys for the future, ancient remembering bloodlines, how the past affects the future, a time to step up, timeless power symbols, activations for powerful shifts. This card is imbued with activations for a new paradigm. You are now being showered with blessings in preparation for a transformation. It may be turbulent at times, but you will grow and heal through the coming journey. Partake in activities that help you drop into a meditative state as often as possible. Use clearing tools to raise your vibration and don't get caught up on the destination. Focus on the journey and the experience. You can navigate a situation if you have no experience by being truly present. Integrity and intuition will be your guide.
Integrity. All right? Even when you have it, people won't want to give it to you, but don't let them take it. It's key to everything.
Did you share these?
No.
Didn't?
No. People know where I'm at. If they don't want to show up.
Hateful. Don't get hateful. Watch yourself.
Share, guys. Share for me. I'm being lazy so I can save all my energy for you.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. How is everybody? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And as far as here's the way I see this. There's knowledge. I don't give a shit about history. I wasn't there, and if I was, I don't remember. So here's the way I look at it. If it makes sense, as I look around the world and I see different pieces and parts and manipulations and truths coming out, there's certain ancient wisdoms about energy, because we've even been lied to about that. It's like everything's backwards compared to the truth and the wisdom of understanding. And the only thing I can do is try and help you understand the amazing thing you can be if you choose to be. That's what I'm here for. Because I can feel the amazing things that every one of you have the possibility within you to become. But, we have... I don't want to limit you by a title, okay? Or a thing, or you're this or you're that, because you can be whatever you're drawn to be. I don't give a shit what it is. And I've proven that. And you know how I've proven that? Because so far there really isn't anything I can't accomplish. And be pretty damn good at it. So, and we all have that. But we've lost the... Any other 5D? Yeah, actually. The Cheryl Lee Harnish decks here. Of vibrations, emotional vibrations, and she has 3 of these, and we have all 3 of them. Here, let me show you. If you go back in our segments, you'll see us reading a lot from Return of Spirit. These are beautiful, and Donna and I both fell in love with it. We'll pull these out and use those too, because they're amazing.
Yep.
They are absolutely amazing. This one I recommend highly as well.
Return of Spirit.
Yeah.
She's got 3 decks,
She's
right?
got 3.
Yeah.
This is one, and here's the other one. Hang on. Oh, Lord, we need a storefront, guys. Seriously, we've got too much shoved in one little area. And The Path of the Soul is the other one. You guys look them up. They're amazing. Now, these are just numbered, and you have to have the book. And they have the book with them. But the Return of Spirit actually has, like, here. This is Path of the Soul. Here's one of the cards. And these are actually pictorial representation of the spectrum of the vibration that this card represents. This is like Origins right here, I believe. Like the Origin cards. This is actually a god. I forget his name. Wait. Hang on. I got it upside down. And if you look at it, yeah, it's beautiful. They're beautiful cards. I also recommend these. I think these, and you have some too. You have the Egyptian and the Good Witch, I believe. Or is that a tarot?
That's a tarot.
Oh, I love that deck too.
You don't fit.
What?
You don't fit. Anubis Oracle. This one's pretty good. I don't pull it out very often. I use it mostly for my own personal when I need information.
But she really connects to it, so I wouldn't mind if she'd pull it out once in a while, if she feels she needs to.
I might share it. I mean, I've done readings from it on lives.
Yeah.
So
anyway, there you go. Those two we recommend.
2. That was
3,
4, 5.
4, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, and if you go by energy and with the energy and get past the idea of, if you look at the concepts, they're similar on every card, no matter what the outside picture is. It just depends on what you resonate with.
Okay, where are we starting our list from?
It's actually the same, from when we say start, it's actually the same vibration throughout each. It's exactly the same wisdom, exactly the same vibration. It's just represented by a different concept or idea or belief, really. It just seems like a different belief. It's the same freaking wisdom, though. Blah, blah, blah. Lemuria, Egyptian, it's the same wisdom. And the truth, the parts of the truth that you find in the Bible is actually ripped off from
Ancient
other wisdoms.
cultures.
Yeah. And then it's bastardized, for control.
Yeah.
And to separate. And Spirit ain't about separation. Because every man is created equal.
We're not getting Facebook on.
Oh, shit.
Well, hold on a second. It might be because nobody's commented yet.
Well, I'm not going to worry about the electronics. It's like I'm up and down, and they can come to YouTube if they want to talk.
You're quite freaking obnoxious tonight, Alice.
That's not obnoxious. I'm just tarred.
It's okay to be tarred, but it's not okay to take it out on everybody else.
It's not. They can get up and change their little setting if they love me instead of me having to get up 25 million times.
Pretty sure.
They could if they love me.
Yeah. Apparently, Ophiuchus star signs were in the seats of power in ancient Egypt.
Huh.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. How is everybody?
I think.
And you guys share, because I promise you I'm pissing off Google and Facebook. So.
Okay, hold on. So, after any other 5D cards you recommend, okay?
Yeah.
We've got thanks. Then we've got, am I on the list? Would you be kind and write down the list in the chat? Appreciated. Hey, everyone. Hi, may I be on the list? Can I be added, please? Please, may I be put on the list? Apparently, Ophiuchus star signs were in the seats of power in ancient Egypt, I was told. And I completely agree. And none of those comments have come up there.
Yeah, see, we're having problem. There's I agree. But it's coming up over here.
Yeah, it's not coming up in the...
I know.
In the Streamlabs
This
chat.
is one of the things I'm talking about, Streamlabs, and it's like I have to get up and fix it a million times. And
I wish it was Saturday. Why are you wishing the whole week away? Are you talking next Saturday or last Saturday?
Last Saturday was good. We had fun. I like to have fun. Let's have fun.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready to start the list?
We are going to start the list right now.
All right, guys. All of you guys wanting readings, start commenting now. Everything before, right now, where you guys were asking for readings, I was told I had to ignore until Alice was ready to start the list. So, let's go. Streamlabs is developmentally challenged.
See, there's new ones in it.
Iadore. No. Great. I'm still working. So many people out for the holidays. It's putting more stress on us still working, but it's okay. Yes. Miley wants a reading. And Alphonse. And Curly Girl.
Interesting.
Yeah. Carly. Not last for once. I understand. Now, there were a few other people that asked to be on the list earlier, and I have not seen a few of them in.
Were they on YouTube?
Yes.
Or
they were on YouTube. There hadn't as of.
So we'll have a small, good little group here.
Until those people come back and ask where they're at in line.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they come in and say, put me on the list and dip out.
Yeah. That's why I want to start the list when we get here, because then we don't get so confused. But I don't know. I'm trying not to be confused, but look at that shit. I think we're screwed on that, guys.
So what you got going on there? Hold on a second. I don't have my nicotine. I shall return.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so in the meantime, guys, I'm getting a reminder to tell you that everything's about balance, and when you become energetic type understander, you can like balance some of the bad energy coming your way pretty easily, because it's a manipulation. And once you realize it's a manipulation, and you understand the manipulation itself, you can counter it. So sometimes some things come up with some really good messages about opportunities to overcome. But this kind of thing isn't about being a wussy. Alright, this is like justice warrior type stuff. So, it's a reminder not to succumb to...
Okay.
How can I put it? It's good to understand it so you can use it to counteract it, but don't become it.
Become what?
Well, I just did this and I laid it down and I asked it to tell me a story. And it started out on your true path, and then dark intent, checking out physically, Phoenix, rising, brother, da, da, da. So in between each one of the energies of going from dark to light, I put a connector card.
Okay.
And the connector card, I forgot exactly what these were, but this had to do with Dark Wisdom Master. And when you're a Dark Wisdom Master, you understand it and you know how to, like, counteract it. It doesn't mean you become it, but you ain't afraid to use it. Checking out physically, dark intent, that's what you're counteracting with understanding and not knowing. And then I got Phoenix, Rising, Brother, Ring Around the Rosy Mean Heart, Dark Wisdom Master. Oh, no, there's the Master. I forgot what it was. I was in the process of putting it up because I was giving the message. But Ring Around the Rosy.
The message.
Well, sorry. Ring Around the Rosy to me is about cycles, okay? It's about 6 cycles. Because if you know anything about this little poem, it's kind of about the bubonic plague. So, Ring Around the Rosie was something that's catching. And I call it the Wetiko energy. And it's a true thing if you think about it. And it's about being caught in these cycles. And it'll give you a mean heart. And the Dark Wisdom Masters use this to manipulate subconsciously and consciously. So, and then I got Cancer messages, just and true warrior. So,
Yeah, hold on. I have questions.
okay.
When you wrote Cancer, is that like Cancer the sign, or is that Cancer the illness?
Well, I was thinking the sign.
Okay.
Because these are the ones that I put from the astro. I just threw those in here. They're not done, so. But, let's find out.
Okay.
I mean, it could be both on this, because if it's a just and true warrior, anybody that comes against these kind of people, if they're just and true, that may be a side effect. I ain't lying. Hi,
We have
Lola.
Facebook coming in now. Yeah, we used to sing it as kids.
Okay. What was I just talking about? If you, because this being a just and true warrior, anybody that comes against somebody that's a just and true warrior could be the other side. As I was talking about this, I got ficus.
So that would indicate that the cancer was actually an illness? No.
I was just talking, because we were just talking about it. Now, if the cancer is the just and true warrior,
Okay.
All right.
Toxic ego?
They're going to have to deal with toxic ego. But
isn't that what I'm dealing with right now?
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. False messenger.
Think about what a just and true warrior deals with. It's another message. It's another message.
Can I ask a question about work?
It ain't going. It ain't going. This is another message. What?
Lola, we'll put you on the list.
Because a just and true warrior, there we go. Thank you, smartass.
Is it sweetheart?
Yeah. Think about it.
I'm Ophiuchus, also dealing with dark energies. Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac sign.
Who is that?
That is Eodor. Eodor.
Oh, okay. And it's your energy. Does that own it, or do you? Are you claiming that consciousness, or are you claiming your own? The only thing that can take your power, I will tell you right now, when I deal with the universe, we kind of have a smart assy type funny relationship. The universe don't give a shit as long as you talk to it. As long as you communicate.
You've got time to wash dishes. You've probably got time to wash several days worth of dishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know.
So you're the 7th person.
See, we didn't get to do coffee talks.
Okay, Eodor. Be careful with that.
What?
I'm not dark. I claim love and light only.
Yeah, no, you gotta claim balance.
Yeah.
You gotta claim balance.
Because that attitude will get you into a dark night of the soul.
It's not about claiming dark. It's about understanding it so you can counteract it. All right? So it doesn't affect you. once you understand it, it can affect you. Because the only way you're going to understand it is to understand yourself. And people aren't willing to do, you know, the dirty work and separate themselves to, if you don't get unemotionally involved with your past and see it for what it is, it's going to rule you. That's one of the reasons I don't like talking about my past, because it's like, I don't need anybody to feel sorry for me and bad for me or blah, blah, blah. Now, I may be mad in a moment about certain things going on right now, but I'm human. So anybody that doesn't want me to be human, you need to exit stage left, because let me tell you what, I am fully human. But I don't know how to put it. It's like, start with love, trust, and give everybody a chance to understand. And if they don't want to understand, obviously they're just not your people. But anybody that tries to lower your vibration in that way, you ought to be laughing at them. Seriously. If you understand what you are and the truth of you, and I don't care, anybody that has a breath has the ability to raise. And then you don't worry about that shit. Promise. You laugh at it. Because it can't touch you, because that's such a low vibration of control and ego. And the truth of us, the understanding is a much higher possibility, but we gotta let it happen. And that's the hard part. Alright, who's first?
Theodore.
Theodore. I think that's who I was talking to.
It is.
Oh. Do I need my cards?
Theodore, did you have something specific you wanted to know about? Or did you just want...
Do you want the door open?
No, but I want Holy Smoke.
Well, then go open the door.
I don't want to open the door.
Hush.
But I want
Quit
Holy
complaining.
Smoke.
But quit complaining.
Maybe career. Angelic guidance.
I'll do it when I get up to 428. How about that? Yeah. Okay. We can light an incense.
That would be...
Then I may as well just freaking do it. Alright.
Oh,
I'll let you start with Theodore. And I'll do... Before you pop a vein over here.
I'm not popping veins. I'm standing on my damn head. Spirit's being facetious today.
That will make you pop a vein.
You want to read tarot cards? You're going to have to pick every single one of them up off of the floor. Yep. Thanks.
Nah.
Thanks.
It ain't nothing. I thought
you're not learned.
That's okay. I hand it right back to you. Holy smoke coming up. There.
Okay.
Here we go, Miss Dawn. Since, like, sage and holy smoke is your heroin, here's a little methadone.
Heroin, methadone. Why are we talking about drugs? Shit.
Because I'm trying to associate something good to something that's, like, a fix-it. Here, you want to fix it? Don't turn to that.
Don't turn to holy smoke?
Why are you backing everything up? You're doing it backwards.
I'm asking. See?
No.
You confused me, dang it.
No. Do Holy Spirit. Do I have, guys, what do I have in my hand? Why would I be saying, don't do this?
I just wondered why we was talking about all those things.
Because it's prevalent in the world today. How many people turn to that instead of spirit? And this is like our crack and our heroin and our and
All right. Palo Santo. No, Palo Santo is a piece of
beautiful.
wood. She's got a sage stick.
Yeah. Until I'm like, since you want holy smoke, you know it's going to be a minute. I'll give you a shot here. It's like methadone.
Okay.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Here. You need some too?
Is that a plain sage smudge?
Yes.
Yes.
White sage.
Yes.
I'm getting the electronics too.
I can't see it on my phone. Okay, well, yeah, it's just a sage stick, just a plain sage stick. We have Palo Santo around here somewhere.
It's over here too.
Yeah.
You want some of that too?
Okay, so
Well, we do.
Eodor. You're being told to change your perspective. Okay? We have the Three of Swords, which is typically about heartbreak. We have the Three of Wands, which is about changing your understanding of things. Like look at it a little bit more deeply or let it go. Why do we have no sound?
We have no sound?
Alphonse says no sound.
I don't know.
Oh, he said there we go. Hold on. He said there we go. Then you have the Three of Cups, which is about celebrations. Okay? And you have the Three of Pentacles. So, first and foremost, with those 4 threes, you got all 4 suits. Your homework is to Google 3333
Woohoo!
and see what it means.
That's
okay?
a good daggum number.
Yep. Now, what else you have here? Okay? So from the hardships, you've got a choice because 2s are choices. And you're looking towards the 10 of Cups, which is the abundance. Okay? She's got the rainbow behind her. She's actually in a wedding gown, moving, walking down the aisle. Okay? Then you've got the Hierophant with the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is all about stability, and that kind of goes with career, okay? Because what you want in your career is stability. You want to be able to the sound's going in and out.
It's messing. They're messing with it. Because nothing's changed on this
The
end.
bit after look up 3333. Holy shit.
Turn on your, whatchamacallit, CC, closed captioning.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. It doesn't matter what it is. You can outsmart it.
Ooh, Miley, that's a good point. You need to look up 5 threes. Okay? So what you're looking for with your career is, okay, you're looking for stability. You're looking for being able to have stability in your home life and in your career. Okay? Then you have the Three of Cups, which could indicate promotions. The Page of Swords, that's a messenger. Okay? And it's also about standing firm in your beliefs and speaking your truth. Okay? Then you have the Emperor. So this is kind of all over the place. Which might be why the threes came out the way that they did. Because your focus is pertaining to love and stability and passions and communication. And you're an empath. You've got the Nine of Wands here. Okay? And I think you're getting ready to have a really, really big shift. Because this Three of Pentacles is about learning. This is a classroom setting. And quite honestly, we're all always in a classroom setting. Because as much as you can teach, you can also learn. If you choose to. Okay? So, that being said, it's time to start taking things into your own hands. Okay? That's this. This card, I don't like it so much in this deck. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
What is it?
The Three of Wands.
It's really good in this one.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get
Wait
it.
a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait. There it is. In this one.
Is it the one where he's looking out here?
Yeah.
Okay, I just found it. Look, threes are your thing, okay? Because we both found these at the same time. Okay? See how that one, he's looking out over the water. He's got the wands there. Okay? This one,
ships.
this one, you can see the ship off in the distance, okay? It's about your perspective. It's about understanding whether or not the ships are going out and leaving you behind, or whether they're coming in with abundance for you. Okay? But when you shift your perspective, you realize that all the ships are yours, and that you can put what you no longer need and send it out.
Yeah,
Get it out of here. And then when they're coming back in, they're bringing you in the things that you need. Okay? It's all about your perspective. It really, really is.
Yes.
And then we have the Fool. Okay? And the Fool is a new beginning. And this one, it looks like you're being birthed. Okay? It's not the person standing with the little hobo sack on their shoulder on a stick. Okay? This person's coming out of the darkness into the light. And then you have the Queen of Cups. That's what I got.
Well, I only pulled one card.
You did.
And that's the Six of Pentacles. You've been getting all the threes. That's a sign. She pulled the 2 of cups and the 9 or 10 of cups.
No, yeah. 2 of cups, 10 of cups.
Okay. I heard that, and that was all I needed. I really don't need cards, because I already talked to you about this. That 2 of cups to me is me in spirit. When I do that, that's the 10 of cups right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way to get that 10 of cups, is through spirit, not for Tom, Jake, Jane, blah, 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 whatever you got in your pocket, whatever. Then the only way to truly reach that 10 of cups is to put spirit first. And that's the way you're going to overcome all that crap. And that's the way you're going to start watching divine magic happen. And that's what I mean. Once you vibrate, you don't have to worry about what those fools are doing. You just got to worry about what you're doing, how you're doing it. And sometimes, it's not pretty. That's understanding that dark wisdom, because, you aren't a chump. And sometimes having to use that dark wisdom against dark wisdom for a bigger picture that people don't want, because it's like, that makes me this or that may no. You'd rather not use that shit, but you can if you gotta.
Right.
Your true way would be the love, the honor, the respect. But that comes from understanding what vulnerability is. You trust and love everybody until they give you a reason not to. But you watch those red flags.
Sometimes the fools get in my head.
Fuck those fools.
I'm back. Have I missed my turn? No, Leah, I'll put you on the list now. We didn't let anybody go on the list until after we got everything set up.
Yeah.
That way we don't have people fighting over
who
I
was first,
etc.
Because the software that we use
sucks.
Yeah, as far as because we're streaming, like, you only see Facebook, but we're streaming Twitch, Facebook, it doesn't, yeah. We won't talk about that. We're just gonna read cards, so. And you guys, we're doing free readings. If anybody wants to be popped to the top of that list, make a small donation. And you have our complete
It's okay,
attention.
Leah. It wasn't an interruption. I was waiting for you to come back so that I could tell you, because you popped in and popped back out, and I didn't think that you had heard. Alice, you're a comedian tonight.
Yeah, I'm a comedian every night. You guys haven't figured that out yet?
Alice said. Miley said, Alice, F those fools. LOL. The way I just busted out laughing at that comment.
I'm sorry, but it's like, you guys, if you actually understood the possibility of amazing that every one of us hold, you'd laugh at those fools too. I'm sorry, I get it.
Yes, Eodora, the advice was to strengthen your connection to spirit.
Absolutely. Put spirit first. First thing when you get up. Last thing when you every decision you make, feel it. You feel it. You just know.
Look both of them up. Because I got the 3333 and told you to look it up, and then Miley pointed out that it breaks down to a 3 as well.
There's a science behind all of this.
Yes.
And this is part of the science that backs up the truth of the divine matrix and vibration, frequency, and energy, frequency, and vibration is the key to understanding spirit itself, really. And the way energy flows instead of what we believe, the actual truth of it. And when you start understanding instead of knowing, it's kind of like,
Eodor said, I do, but I still don't hear any anything, any answer from spirit.
Well, it's not like maybe you don't hear it. Maybe you just feel it. There's an idea that pops into your head, and it's like, okay, this is what we'll do.
Mm-hmm.
You just quit. This is the problem that we have, okay? We can't process our emotions when we're in a tizzy, right? We can't process them. We're in a tizzy. We're in our brain.
Mm-hmm.
Our brain keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's a cycle, all right? So what we have to do is realize when we're in that tizzy, we have to honor whatever emotion. Number one, we're trying to fix, avoid, whatever, instead of trying to get in our head and figure out this and this and this. You need to get in your head and figure out how to stop being in your head.
She said, okay, is my vibe not high enough? It's not got anything to do with your vibe, okay?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Okay.
Because if you worry, it does.
When I first started meditating, I put on meditation music and I had all these thoughts coming into my head and I was like, man, I just can't do it. It's not working. Okay. But then I realized, and it took me a while, and I got very frustrated. It took me a while to figure out that there were lots of things that I was doing that actually were meditations, like listening to music, or washing the dishes, or anytime you get in a zone and you're doing something and you're completely focused on it, that's meditation. But if you're sitting and trying to meditate, it doesn't always work. And you have to be patient. You have to be patient. If you're stressed out and your mind is, meditate for 5 minutes every morning. Okay? If you don't have the time to meditate for an hour. Okay? Because in that peaceful time that you take for yourself, where you let everything else go, eventually you'll connect to me. Okay? And sometimes it takes a little while to figure out which is which, especially if you're dealing with mind monkeys.
You know, that term always bugged me. Mind monkeys. I mean, there's thoughts that will hinder you, and there's thoughts that will progress you.
Mm-hmm.
But when people say, "Oh, I can't shut my mind up," it makes me want to just cringe, because it's like we've worked for millions of years to get this mind the way it is, and I just kind of learned that when I sat down to, I didn't try to meditate. I just tried to quiet and calm my physical. When I could quiet and calm my physical, I would let those thoughts flow and honored every emotion that came up with it, and let it go at that moment. Then I started feeling bigger, I guess you can say, because of all of that. Just naturally, I let it naturally flow instead of trying to control. And that's one of the biggest things about spirit, is it flows. Okay, when we feel blocked, that's a signal that we're being a control freak. And we gotta find the areas that we're being a control freak. And I can guarantee you, in every single area, you are not being true or authentic to the vision that spirit has for you, to what you're supposed to be here for it. Because if you were, you wouldn't have blockages. And we have to sit back and figure out sometimes where those blockages are, and the only way we're going to do it is by honoring and understanding those emotions that nobody wants to deal with, but they think they got it figured out, but they don't, because they're listening to this guy over here who has programmed so many things. So you guys, we have to understand energy and flow, okay? Those mind monkeys are there for a reason. call them a monkey if you want to, but those thoughts are there for a reason because they're attached to things that are unsettled.
Right. Well, and the reason they're called mind monkeys is because it's the chatter and the constant movement and whatnot.
Well, that's
They
because you
seem
have
to
a
be
little.
unfocused.
You have right, but you have a little bit. But each you have to understand that there is a little bit of an unsettled still in you.
Mhm.
Make a note of it. Thank Spirit for the message. Let it go. You know that's something you have to work on. As long as you acknowledge it and let it go, that there's something you got to look at with that. Then usually that's the first thing that happens is I actually start connecting to Spirit after I release what I call the physical consciousness of what's trying to program me. Okay? That's what my monkeys come from. All that stuff that's trying to program the truth of your spirit to take away your power. So, I mean, you have to see it to recognize it and work on how you reverse that. But that's in the conscious moment. What we want to do is we want to go into a different state. And to do that, we have to relax the body, relax the mind. And to relax the mind, we have to understand what those are there for. And it's not to stop you from going to a deeper state. It's there to unblock the truth of spirit so you can release it out into the world instead of letting the world block it. So, anyway. We're all afraid of those mind monkeys, and it's like, here we go again. Fuck them. Just see them for what they are. They're a message. Okay. Take a note. Let them get the fuck out of the way. It's easy. It is. It's easy. Once you understand what they're there for and you don't fight them.
Thank you, Miley and Eodor. I appreciate that.
I don't know if it makes sense or not, but it does to me.
Yes, Alice, it does make sense. You and I have had that conversation multiple times. Yes, it does make sense. Okay.
Well, I just have to ask because sometimes I talk about things that people are going, what? Okay. Just make sure. And Einstein says if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. So, and sometimes I can't explain it to myself, and that's when I have to go past the mind monkeys into that meditative state. And then what really happens, it's kind of like you just know. You just suddenly know. And it's such a simple thing, and it's like, I should have seen that. And you should have if you didn't, get in your own way. Yeah, we do. That's why I always honor my emotions, get them out as quick as possible, whether they be good, bad, or indifferent. Anybody that wants to tell me that I don't have a right to feel that way or I'm being wrong in feeling that way can go blow. It doesn't matter how wrong I am or how wrong you think I am. It's the way I feel. I'm processing it. I see energy for what it is. Once that energy is balanced, that's when you pass it. So,
Miley, it's your turn.
Miley. Hi, Mom. Say hi to the mom.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
You come out and listen?
Going back to bed.
Fine, be that way. I love you.
Let's see. Oh, that wasn't. Oh, wait. Okay, that's what I thought. What the hell?
Got your cards mixed up?
No, that one was right like that.
And which one is that?
Where? Got another one. Ooh! Hoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, when my cards are messed up, I pay attention. So this one, this Knight of Pentacles was like upside down in this deck. So of course it stood out. And then this one was upside down, and it's the Nine of Pentacles. After the Knight of Pentacles, after the Six of Pentacles, there's some heavy shit going on. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting for this. So I'm excited. Because this means that people are people are gonna start getting it. Alright?
Okay.
This is moving in it.
Miley, did you have a specific question, or did you just want a general?
She should get a general. Because she's getting there.
Prophetic reader, we will put you on the list. Okay?
Absolutely. And anybody that wants to pop up, you know, if you want to be at the head of the class, make a small donation, and guess what?
Yep.
Not that we don't love everybody, but hey, paying the bills is important.
Right.
But
And then, okay.
not required. Otherwise, you gotta wait, guys.
Okay. And then after Kim, I'm gonna close the list.
Okay. Yeah, because we gotta be down by at least 12:30 minimum.
Yeah, I was thinking more so love read, but I'm interested in what just came out. Yeah, me too, because it's the Justice card, the Moon, and the Star.
Woohoo! Freedom. Freedom and healing, baby. That means you're pulling back your power. You're gonna start seeing shit. Understanding shit.
Fuck.
I know, right? I ain't even gotta touch him. I felt it before I even... I may just have a day of this, not just showing you this is not about the cards, guys.
No, but I will say the Mind Monkeys. Yeah, that's some real shit, and the cards help me decipher it. I mean, I can do it. Alice and I sit and talk, and I can walk by and hear something and be like, oh, well, that. And she's like, you're right on. Okay, but when I'm sitting here and there's all this energy going on, yeah, sometimes I need a little extra focus.
I have this Zoom focus I'm kind of good at. Like, you can see it when I go to do things, too. Just like, you know. So, yeah, I have... Because if I'm doing something, I'm in that moment, or I try to be. I don't think about other things. My phone doesn't go with me. I like to keep busy. I just focus on what I need to focus on. And if I can't focus on it and do it right, I'd just rather not show up at all.
Okay. All right. Are you in a relationship right now? Or are you... Are you deciding what type of relationship that you want right now? No, I'm single. Okay. Okay. All right. So your first card was the Justice card, followed by the Moon. Okay, something that you're not seeing, something coming to light, something being brought forward, and then you have the Star. Okay, the Star is it's a very spiritual card. Okay. And then we have the Chariot, which is very fast movement. Now, the first 4 cards are all major arcana, okay? That's very relevant. That's spirit in the middle of it, okay? Right in the middle of your spread is the Emperor. And I love this Emperor because he has his Empress with him, okay? And then you have the Ace of Wands, all right? And this card has, it's got a whole lot in it because it's got a woman sitting over this fire. The fire is actually her bouquet, okay? So you're manifesting, you're co-creating, okay? And that is about, it's about balance, all right? It's about reaping what you sow, okay? Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. She's the mini Empress, okay? This reading is for Miley, okay? However, I'm going to say this. Y'all come in and you pop in and out waiting for your reading, but you guys are more than welcome to stay, and if something that we say resonates with you, by all means, claim it.
But I
Hey, Nika.
guarantee you, if we're in the middle of a reading, it's not for you. Right? Because if you don't show up when we call your name, we're going to go on to somebody else.
And then Spirit decided to be facetious and drop this many cards. So I stopped at this one. Okay? And that's the Two of Pentacles. And that's all about bringing things into balance. No, Lola, you didn't miss your turn. Okay?
We were just talking about that.
All about bringing things back into balance and understanding, you know, that's that whole understanding the dark and the light that we were just talking about. That's right there in this card. Okay? This card sticks out to me so much because it says so many things and it's so simple.
That's the key to everything, really.
Mm-hmm. And then right underneath that was the Three of Wands. That's about balance. It's about perspective. Okay? Then we got the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Wands. That's interesting. You got the Tower, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Cups. That's somebody from the past. You letting some shit go with that.
Whoa,
Oh,
shit.
hey.
Because we got a shitload of Facebook.
Nope, it hasn't come. YouTube hasn't come back in yet. Okay, and then we could go on. You got the, the Page of Wands, Temperance, the Hanged Man. Don't make this a cycle. Don't make it a cycle.
That's what she's getting over. I think that's what she's starting to see.
Yeah, well, yes, please do. With that moon, break this cycle that's coming through. Because it's like you do good for a while and then you get into a rut and you get hard on yourself. And then, yeah, when you put out the first majors, I thought that the Tower was going to come through and look at it appear. Okay, but understand, a Tower isn't bad. It sucks in the moment.
But it's necessary.
Yes, because once it falls, then you can reconstruct on a solid foundation.
A real one.
Okay? And the tower came out with the person from your past. Okay? Somebody who broke your heart. That's where the tower came out. And that's you understanding it for what it actually was.
Those
Not
beaches.
not taking on the pain and the frustration of somebody else.
What it was? Those beaches.
Right? Okay. I'm done.
Miley. All right. Here's the deal, sister. Those mind monkeys are not your enemy. They're actually your friend. And when you start seeing them in the right way, they're just a message that you don't understand yet. And the message will always be about something within you that's a fear, that's actually a strength. And we're actually more afraid of succeeding in these lifetimes than we really are of failing. We're afraid of living those strengths. Because in this world today, what happens when you live your strength? I mean, when you live in strength, integrity, honesty, innocence, what seriously happens to that?
Well,
Love.
it's either one extreme or the other. You're either persecuted
Or you find
you're-
your niche.
or you're idolized.
Oh, and it's neither one of those are good. But that's the imbalance in, you know,
You said what happens
when you're
nowadays.
strength. Yeah. So, and the only way to stop this from happening is for everybody to realize their own strengths. And to do that, we have to understand those mind monkeys are there to help
need
us.
coffee?
Please, a little warm up. Just don't put anything in it.
Everything. Putting everything
All
in it.
right, whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I can't really see the comments, so. And this crap isn't working. I love electronics. When you put out the first... Okay. Has she said anything else? Alright, I'm gonna have to refresh this chat. Hopefully it works. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Alright. But see, here's the thing is, when you listen to these mind monkeys or don't listen to these, or however you want to see them, a lot of times once you get into that meditative state, whatever's causing those mind monkeys, you get the answer to. Oh, it was good. It was good. There's been leaps and bounds in understandings happening. And I see that all the way around. And one of the reasons I'm not using my cards, you guys, is because I've been called to do mediumship. And I don't use cards for mediumship. So I'm going to start, you know, reconnecting to my innate intuition, which is amazing. But then I don't have mind monkeys. I have messages from the universe in all forms, including numbers. And it'll come across as different things that we haven't begun to understand yet. But I'm starting to get a hold of it. But even I, can only go so far until it's time. So, the thing about all this competition and envy and all the crap, it's like we're all the same spirit. We're all the same amazing possibility that runs within us, and that is eternity. How wise do you think eternity is? Because it lives in you, and you have access to that encyclopedia in Eternia, because you're a fucking part of it. And once we realize that, all this shit is gonna be like, why am I not here enjoying nature, the beauties of life itself, and being in this moment instead of all this shit that they put in my head to worry about? Because this is where the magic is. This is where I take my power back. Because in this moment, they have no control. It's all about me. And that's when nobody can put a spell on you. Nobody can curse you. Nobody can fuck with your energy at all unless you let them. And that has to come from raising your consciousness. And that means all that shit you don't want to look at, all that stuff that makes you mad and angry and da-da-da-da. You got to realize what you're bringing. If you want to end the cycles, in your life, you got to realize all the places. You can't just recognize it, but you got to realize all the places that you might be continuing it with others. And you got to stop doing that. When you stop doing that, guess what happens? You break the damn cycle. And when you break the damn cycle, others will follow suit. Or they're supposed to. Anyway, depends. Eventually, they won't be able to help it because they can't ignore it.
Right.
Nobody will be able to ignore it because you'll be amazing and strong and unfuckwithable. And, I mean, we never really get truly unfuckwithable if we're here doing our job. Okay? Because the truth of energy is we affect everything around us, including other people. We have the ability to influence them. If we do not allow them to also have the ability to influence us, then what we do is we take away their power. Now, we should not be taking away their power unless they're misusing it. And then, take it the fuck away. And if they keep trying to misuse it, know your power well enough to slap them on the nose and say, bitch, don't do that to me. Because I don't deserve it. And then, if they keep trying to do that, you walk away and let spirit handle it. Because I guarantee you that the energy that you're vibrating at, you got attention at that point. And you should know this by now because there'll be signs in your life that'll tell you the numbers, the repeating numbers. Look them up. All right?
But it may not even be numbers. I mean, that's not everybody gets
No,
numbers.
feathers. You'll have a feeling like, oh, that's odd. Okay, no, it's not odd. It's not paranormal. It's not, it's normal. You're raising your vibration. The universe is giving you messages, and you notice them. That's when you know you're raising.
Mm-hmm. And it is odd because it's odd enough to catch your attention.
Ooh, I want to. Well, that's what it means.
It's odd enough to catch your attention, to make you go, that's the 12th time I've seen 11:11 today. Or, oh wow, look at that red feather. I haven't seen a red feather. Or a green feather.
Or in weird places.
Yes.
What's a feather being?
Yes.
What the hell is that doing here?
Uh-huh.
True story. And then you start paying attention.
Hey, Chico. Saying hi from me and Natalie from Niagara Falls.
Oh, you guys, yes.
Nice. Ontario, not the United States side. but in
Right.
Ontario.
It doesn't matter. It's just over the frickin' river. Same thing. We could stand on the New York side and wave to them over on the Canada side.
Guys, we have closed the list for tonight
Mhm.
already. Okay?
Donation, though.
Yeah, a donation, small donation would get you guys bumped into a reading.
Absolutely. So,
I did not get my coffee because it was the end of the pot.
no, that was a
A
Reese's
green
cup.
feather? I don't think I've ever seen a green bird.
Oh, I have.
Parrots are green. Parakeets are
Mhm.
green. Okay.
Yes, Dawn has a PayPal.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, let me figure out where you're at, Diana.
Okay, we're aiming for a storefront, guys. So when you're out traveling, you can come see us.
Yes.
And we can do this in person because I'd rather do that. Because I really hate sitting when I'm doing stuff like this. I like being up because I'm so energetic. It's like, and people say, calm down. And it's like, no. Uh-oh.
Diana,
Something
do
like that.
you have Venmo? Because I know Venmo is connected to PayPal.
Or Cash App or any of that. Pretty much. Okay.
Could you tell me Steve's true? Okay. Could you tell me where I'm at as well? What town are you guys in? Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
It seems that we're having technical difficulties at the moment, guys.
Nah, it's just cycling.
It's just cycling.
Mm.
I don't. Just PayPal? Okay.
Okay. There's also Facebook Pay.
Alright, I'm going to put my email address because I know that you can look it up through with an email address, okay?
Diana, you could also go to my personal Facebook page and do it on PayPal or Facebook Pay. I used to live in Vermont. I love New Hampshire and Vermont. It's beautiful. How much snow you got right now?
And just a little side note on the feathers, guys. They don't always have to be real feathers, okay? True story. I was at my previous job. I was extremely frustrated. I was in there by myself moving stuff around. And I walked around the corner of a display and there were feathers, pink feathers from a feather boa all over the floor.
Las Vegas, North Carolina. How in the hell does that happen? Oh, I was going to say.
Can we transfer you guys? Because we love you. Can we e-transfer you guys? What is that? I've not heard that one.
I don't know what that is. But here's the thing. Yeah, so you have options. I mean, seriously. But no, we're working on hopefully getting a storefront so number one, I can get our stuff out of here. We need to get the factories going again. And because all these candles that you see burning, I make. And Dawn makes the most amazing soap and bath bombs and other things. And we focus on, trying not to give people cancer. You can't get to me? Oh.
Do what?
Okay. There's, yeah. However,
Do what?
there's options. There's always options.
It's okay.
That's why we throw them out there. Oh,
Okay.
well, Facebook, it doesn't surprise me. That's why I like in person. I don't trust these people. Alright, who we got now? Alphonse?
Mm-hmm.
Alphonse? Or unless it's Diana.
Yeah,
I think Natalie was asking, how do we donate to you ladies for your hard work?
Aw. Can we do it through email? Or
Cash
just
App
PayPal
is
or PayPal?
preferred. Cash App is preferred. Do you have Cash App?
I don't think Canada has Cash App.
You don't have Cash App? PayPal.
Okay. Hold on. Alrighty.
Because I would sure love to see some shining faces.
Let's stop it. Stop. Let's see. Okay. Dang.
That's easy.
It's not.
Okay. Okay, Alphonse, here's the thing. She wants to. She thinks you're amazing. But she feels like she'd be a fool for some reason. But I think it's more like because she knows she ain't ready. I got the two of swords upside down and two wands upside right. You know, this is a grass is only greener person, and she knows it. So there's no victory here, and all it does is cause problems and make defensiveness. So, she sees that you don't want to walk away, but she'll steal your happiness. She doesn't want that. She knows it too. Absolutely. Okay, when you deserve better and when you know what's going on, then you do better, you deserve better. It's the way it is. When you know better, you do better, you deserve better. You know better, you do better, you deserve better. Okay?
Nope.
So that's up to you. Do you deserve someone better, Alphonse? I'm not here to judge you. That's between you and spirit. I'm just here to deliver a message. What you do with it is not my problem. But I love you. So, I'm hoping you're seeing that you deserve someone better because that means that you do better. Of course, we love them,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that they're ready to accept it because they don't love themselves in some way.
That.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not about you,
So-
boo, at that point.
It sounds like she's got some issues that she needs to work on.
Yeah. And you can't make her unwillingness to... Because at that point, it's about her on her path for her own healing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You just need to understand who you are and what you deserve, and whether you want to deserve this pain and be stuck in this cycle, or you go out and you find somebody that's going to make you happy. Or
Okay.
they find you, actually. Once you get there, you don't even go looking. They find you. Because you have spirit, you're happy, you become happy alone by yourself. And that's when magic happens. Because then you become a gift to somebody else instead of a burden. And when you become a gift to somebody else, you receive a gift. But if you're a burden, you're going to receive a burden. If you're expecting somebody else to make you happy, that's a big burden.
Okay. Alphonse, I just want to say, don't let things with you and her get energetically unbalanced. Okay? If she's not giving to you as much as you're giving to her, you need to pull your energy back, because that creates a toxic karmic cycle.
It's
toxic karmic
vampiring.
erase.
And we're going like this. Think about it.
Toxic karmic relationship. Okay? Can't tell you what to do, but this was your first card out. That's 7 of Cups. It sounds like you've got some things that you need to work on too. This, need to choose yourself. Spirit, right here in the middle. Okay? It's time to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, understand what your value is, understand what you bring to the table, and make sure that your partner in question is equally yoked.
And
Okay?
it isn't just about money either.
No,
And
it
make
is
sure
not.
It is not.
It is not. Here, the Knight of Pentacles. All right? This is a person who's beginning to understand what abundance is, what value is. This isn't just about money. This is about anything that's important to you. If you want a partner who is faithful and outgoing and, you know, do whatever serve in, either that or stop answering your phone and your door. I mean, you know, you shouldn't have to run in order to be able to have peace. If she's not giving you peace, if she's not adding value to you, you're adding value to her, but she's not honoring that and adding value to you.
Vampire.
Alice is right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That,
and we're doing this with these people. Here. Don't you bite me, but here. You know? And they can't help but bite you. Because it's in their nature. It's kind of like bringing the snake home and expecting it not to bite you.
She should be an empress. She should be. But the tower's right beside it. Okay? So you're in this energy, the one of regrets, the one of the one of feeling alienated, etc., etc. Okay? You've got the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords and the King of Cups. You're on your way to being an emperor too. You're getting into balance. And that's your last card. The two of Pentacles. Right there. Okay? It's all about balance. It's all about understanding. Oh, so her phone didn't work to be able to call you? See, it's got to be a two-way street. It's got to be fair. It's got to be an even playing field.
Wait. Did it work when the other guys called her? Come on.
Look. That's where you're at right now. Okay? That's where you're at. You're standing in the middle of the chaos and trying to make sense out of it. There's no sense. It'll come together like it's supposed to. But you have to kind of isolate yourself.
You gotta let it go first.
Pull that energy back because you're being manipulated. Okay? And that's not something that any of us like to hear, to find out that we're being manipulated. Alright? It's not a fun place to be. Because then you start feeling, why did I fall for it? Well, you fell for it because you saw some type of potential in here. But you can't build a life on potential.
Silly Billy. Well, here's the thing, Alphonse, okay? Everything's kind of about a perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And once we get a true and honest perspective of ourselves, instead of life happening to us, we make it happen.
Yep.
It's that every option and possibilities, like I heard her say, she's an Empress energy.
Yeah, she
I
has
just-
the potential, but the tower was right beside it.
Right. But I want you to understand that the Empress energy is on the board. That possibility of consciousness is there at this level. That doesn't mean that someday she can't be a high priestess or whatever. All right? Right now, that's the energy that's on the board. So what aspect of Empress energy she can use, whether it's positive or negative, just the same way all of us. You get an Empress on your ass that's upside down, she ain't pretty. She's still got that energy of the Empress. She's got the consciousness to use it, and she can use it upside down or right side up. It depends on her. But see, an upside down Empress means she has a lot of energy, but she doesn't realize it. Alright? She's an unrealized Empress. But she's still got the energy, and she's misusing it. She's mishandling it because she doesn't understand herself. You, Alphonse, may be a misunderstood emperor. In other words, you have the power to do a lot of things. If you quit doing this, here, suck me, baby, but don't bite me. And that's basically what we're doing. Instead of dealing with the ones that are willing to do that, you got to go find more like you that's willing to give up the neg and know that you're there to give them your blood, but they don't need it. They don't have to bite you. They don't want to bite you. The only thing they want to do is start shaping the world with you. Your world. Start with your world.
See, here's the thing. One of the things that I had to learn, and it's probably the thing that I still struggle the most with. Being an empath, I want to save everybody. But you can't, especially not somebody who's not ready to be saved. Okay? It's a personal journey. It's not It's not everybody else doing the work for you. It's you doing the work for yourself. And as you do that work for yourself, other people will come in who have done that work themselves as well.
And then you'll grow some more.
Yes.
Some more.
Yes.
If you allow it. But you can't see that if you're still holding on to something that an unhealed part of you, really, that makes you want to hold on. You have to let out the truth of it and how you feel about it, and
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what question you have in your head, Natalie, but yes came out with strength.
And it seems like both her and I are.
Yeah, and you'll feed off of each other if you don't understand this energy. This is why Dawn and I set up Co-Creation Station.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have different ideas, and Dawn will tell you I have different ideas. And I don't know if they're right or wrong. They could be right for somebody, but as far as energetic goes, if you listen to the advice, you might be able to use the wisdom to simplify. And when I say simplify, usually with everything, I mean, even if you don't have Occam's razor, look up Occam's razor. It's a science term. You don't need empirical evidence. You can use common sense and simplicity to solve any problem. Natalie, you see, this jumped out as I was saying, yeah. Spill it. Yes or no question. Here you go. It's like this. Any more questions, Mama? Now, I don't know what your question is, but I want to see it now because strength could be relevant, and it usually is.
And Curly Girl, you're up next. Silly Billy, you are on the list. Okay? You asked for a reading, and I put you on the list.
Yes. Anybody that wants a reading, like, right away, make a donation. We'll pop you to the top.
Yeah.
We will get to everybody on the list until the list is closed.
What if the person is perfect, fun-wise, respectful, always living, but just communicates in an irritating way that makes your head hurt and makes you feel drained?
Well, it can be. It depends, because sometimes when there's things that we don't want to hear and things trigger us, we got to really zero in on exactly why. Is this triggering me because it's actually lowering my vibration, or is this triggering me because I'm feeling guilt?
Look at Natalie's question.
Natalie, that's funny. Girl, do we have to stand on our head and tell you?
Aaliyah, you're after Silly Billy.
That's funny. That's funny.
Okay. Curly Girl said he wouldn't have known about unless he searched for it. Hold on. I was told that Javon, ex from a year ago, was lurking on my social media. This was very surprising to me as I sort of gave up on reconciliation. I lurked myself and found he blocked my new account that he wouldn't have known about unless he searched for it. He messaged me Sunday, first since last year. I just responded hello today. What's his thoughts, future actions toward me currently?
Girl, okay, first of all, I love that. The fact that you made a Facebook page to go and look at him and he did. Okay, can you not see this mirror? What do you think? Because he's, go look at yourself and you're looking at him. Only he, like, thinks a little bit differently because of certain things, but, yeah, I'm kind of a different critter. Anybody that does that, if I block somebody, this is the way I see it, and you can call me a bitch if you want to, but I have this respect thing. If somebody blocks me, I'm going to respect the fact that obviously they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to hear what I have to say, and that's fine. They have a right to do that, so I'll respect that. I don't go lurking and spying because it's like this. What are you looking for? Because you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, and it's going to be down here in the toilet as far as vibrations go. Seriously. Why? Duh. Y'all want to raise your vibration. You want to get the love of your life. You don't want to have to worry about all this shit. Quit doing the shit that you do to keep you down here so you can get a top shelf. You know, you got to be top shelf if you want to get a top shelf. It's just the way, and top shelf isn't about money. It's like this. You've been thinking about him too. Don't lie. Don't lie. You haven't forgotten him. He hasn't forgotten you. Energy is connected. That's why when I get into a certain way where that you cut the cords, go do something.
Okay, are we all over the age of 18 here? Because we're all supposed to be.
Oh, shit. Do I gotta? Is it gonna hurt my innocent ears? Okay, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. Fuck that. I'll let y'all have that and I'll come back and handle this.
Okay. So this is a karmic cycle. Okay? It's a karmic cycle. Okay, because I'm getting to that. Okay? The 9 of Cups. That's the wish card. Okay? That's also could be alcohol. You know, typically this is cups in a bar type thing. Okay? Then we got the Hanged Man. Alright? Because it's stuck energy. Okay? Then we got the Hermit. Isolation. Getting yourself, getting yourself together. Then we got the Wheel of Fortune. Alright? You have the ability in this, okay? You can make it whatever you want it to be. What you want is a victory, okay? With somebody from the past, okay? There's that Temperance Angel, right? Oh, yep. There's that Temperance Angel, okay? When Temperance, okay? This is an Earth Angel, all right? But when you're tempered, okay? I've said it dang near every time this damn angel comes out because it's brutal, all right?
We can give you a different perspective on that Earth Angel that might actually make it not so brutal.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Think of forged steel. Like the steel smiths back in the day, taking the iron, stick it in the fire till it was red hot, pull it out, beat on it to get it into the shape that they want, and then stick it in cold water, check it out, make sure it's forming the way they want it to, stick it back in the fire. That's where you're at, okay? That's where you're at. It's not what you want, but it's where you're at.
But what happens when you go through that process?
You come out a completely different person. Mm-hmm. Now, this is where I start having a problem, okay? That's that King of Wands.
Uh-oh.
That means y'all had a good sexual connection, but everything else was shit. Okay? Because there's not really communication here. There's a lot of isolation. There's a lot of stagnation. Okay? Okay? So,
that's with
all these cards, okay, with the Hanged Man and the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune, you got this 8 of Pentacles here, all right? Now, this 8 of Pentacles, this person is sitting in a campsite. There's no other tents around, but they've got all these books, and then they've got all these keys down here, and they're holding a lock in their hand, okay? You've been doing work. A little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Okay? You're starting to form your ideas of what love actually is. Okay? That's an ace. Okay? And we learn what love is from our parents. Okay? And then we get out on our own and we figure out that our family lives were kind of messed up. Yeah. That's misplaced passions. Okay?
It's kind of about focus on that.
Yeah, that's all about the partying and the celebration, okay? You know, sex don't make a marriage, but it sure can break a marriage.
Is there a divine match on it?
No.
Is it just the King of Wands?
Yeah.
Because in his full power, the King of Wands, he's a boss man. Yeah. He's like amazing.
He can be amazing.
But in his not full power, his what do they
Well,
call it? Displaced power.
mhm.
Then he can be a bitch. Yeah. Hi, Gina. We closed the list, man.
Oh, hold on. Isn't Gina the one that said 911 emergency call?
No, that wasn't it.
Okay.
On a heavy situation. All right, we'll do this. PM me. Let's see what happens here. Okay, because if it's an emergency situation. Dadgummit.
This right here. This is the Two of Swords. Okay. That's your last card. And this card I associate with cutting cords. Alright? There's scissors. There's scissors down here at the bottom. And a key. Alright? And she's grabbing a hold of those ribbons that are in front of her. That's very significant of a cord cutting. Okay? But understand, if you've watched our last several videos, you can do a cord cutting that doesn't like finalize it. You can do a soft cord cutting that changes the dynamic of things, and that he may have felt that, and that's why he's contacted you. Okay?
You pull away and they.
Yep.
It's a yo-yo. It's energy. This is understanding energy too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to energy. It's not just the power of, this and that. There's many stages. There's magnetism, projection, and there's a lot of it that once we understand that realm of it.
Yep. It is 11:11.
Mm-hmm. I'm speaking truth.
Call to action.
Yes. For understanding, not knowing.
Uh-huh. Okay, Nagar. It's your turn. I do a lot
Gina.
of candle work. I did a cord cutting a few months ago.
Gina.
Yep.
Hang on a minute. At the end of this, she's gonna stop at 12:30. Let's just say at the end of that, but if you hang around, I'll go ahead and give you a reading. Because of emergency situation. I haven't read Curly Girl yet. I haven't given her mine yet.
Oh, okay.
Curly Girl. I love your energy, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. In all your intent, we have an issue on focus. And like Dawn said, what's the focus? What is the outcome? Is the outcome for just, are you being a responsible co-creator? Are you thinking about a bigger picture other than maybe what you want? Maybe if we want to, as you're going searching, because this is what I've found with people, and I love people, and I love it when they feel better about themselves, but sometimes they go out searching to try and find something that makes them feel better instead of the actual truth, because they like what they're doing and they don't want to realize sometimes that it's actually harming themselves. And not just when you harm yourselves because you don't understand, because once you understand, you kind of, what happens when you understand instead of knowing is that need that drives you to those lower vibrations no longer control you. You actually control those. So it's like, once we understand our focus, and if we broaden that focus to include, okay, what vibration am I actually at? What vibration am I working from? How high is it on the scale? Do I really want to raise and be happy and be free? Or do I really want to? You know,
Am I content where I'm at, or
Yes.
is there more? Can you read that?
where he is to try and make an understanding of where I want it. Okay, so here's the problem. You're including him in this. This isn't about him at this point. This is about you, Mom.
Yep.
This is about you. What do you want to accomplish? Number one, what do we want to accomplish with this? What is your focus? Is it just to make you happy, no matter what it does to everybody else? With that vibration of, you know, intimacy and sex as you understand it? Because once we think we know, then we're limited. So what I'm saying is there's a lot more to happiness than being bound by what we think we want. Okay? And this is where we get kind of funky, because this is where you're actually learning to define the toxic ego between a divine ego, which divine ego is happy and peaceful. That divine ego is when you take what's inside you and you create your world. But the toxic ego is when you've let the world dictate who you are, to the point where the truth of the divine inside you is working against your body, your mind, your heart, and there's a lot of pain. Okay, that's not what we were created to be. What nature is balance. We weren't created to be this toxic mess and to spew it all over because we didn't understand that our responsibility of co-creation, which means that I understand that I have the ability and do affect my surroundings in such a way that I have to be conscious of the effect, cause effect, and I have to understand energy in the way to where I know when to bring that boom, and I know when to bring my heart. Because sometimes you have to bring that boom. You have to bring that tower down. You have to bring that chaos. Because that chaos is the only thing that releases what isn't. And it feels like chaos. But once you see it for what it is, it's actually a beautiful, it is a beautiful symphony of breaking through a veil of control.
Boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries. Once you set boundaries, you set how you will be treated. And if those boundaries are broken, then you need to step away. Okay? So here's the thing. You have all of the power in the relationship. Okay? He's contacted you. All right? You've been doing work. All right? If he has not, he's going to come back with the same energy that he had. Okay?
And you're going to keep going that way.
Right. Yes. You stand firm in your boundaries.
And he's going to keep
You've
that
already
vibration
said
down.
you've already said what you wanted. All right? If he's not working towards that with you, then he's not done the work and he's not raised his vibrational frequency to match yours. Okay?
And it's kind of your responsibility to not allow that to happen to yourself, because he's keeping you down here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not being mean. It's like, as a collective, we have to love more than just that person. We have to love the collective and understand that we're all in this together. And when I raise, you raise. When you raise, we all raise. Because we're all freaking connected. I love you. You got this.
Yep. That's beautiful.
What?
Stand firm.
Yep.
Stand firm. If you really want it, stand firm. We got the star. 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Wands.
Yep.
Okay.
You got this. I'm telling you. Okay. Now it's nigger, right?
Yes.
I'm done. I'm not touching my cards tonight, guys. Sorry. I'm doing all this on intuition on what you need to hear, and I'm not even caring what the cards say. Hi, Kemi. Kemi,
Yes,
hello.
completely understood.
Okay.
Good deal. Nagar, I know you were here just a minute ago.
Nigger, sorry. I kind of caterwalked you. I love you. Come back. You're welcome. Well, we all get our ego, okay? We can't get away from our ego. We just have to know which one to work from to balance the energy around us. Because if the energy isn't balanced around us, if we don't know how to balance that energy around us, we cannot create our environment. That's when, if the environment around us is imbalanced, we have a hard time finding balance. And then it just gets to be a mess everywhere. Trust me, I know this. There you are.
Nagar,
Hello.
you need to repost your question, please.
Yes.
Because
There's me, third party is the outcome. Gotcha. You, Aquarius, Virgo. Okay, here's my choice for you. You, fuck all that. Anybody that puts you in a third party, fuck all that. Unless you're the one. I don't know. Okay, third parties drive me crazy because it's so, like, reprehensible. I don't see how people put up with that kind of crap because it's like this. It's me or nothing. End of story. Done. Okay? I don't compete. Competition is a very, again, low vibration of ego. Somebody's got to win. That means somebody's got to lose. That is not a divine outcome.
third party.
No, fuck that. Bow out. Pick you.
Yeah, look, if that person cared so little about you to put you in a third party situation, that's causing hurt. Okay? That's causing hurt.
That's a manipulation.
Yeah. And in that situation, he made you an option. If you want to be an option,
Hey, have fun.
right?
But you're going to be in pain the rest of your life if you accept that.
You'll always be an option. Okay? If you allow it to be an option, you'll always be an option. Take yourself out of the equation.
You win immediately because
Yeah.
anybody that makes you an option is not worth having.
Kind of curious.
It depends on what you focus on. I mean, if you're one of the people that don't care about love and you don't want that kind of happiness and you care about money and you just want things, okay, good luck to you. There you go, probably. You have to become what you want. End of story. Because you ain't missing it. You're just afraid to use it. Because you haven't seen the strength in it yet. You see it as a weakness. Whatever it is you're afraid of, you see it as a weakness. It isn't a weakness. It's a hidden strength.
The story is not like this. Okay. All right.
I don't know. I'm just saying any third party situation.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay. So, this is the cards. Okay. You got the 8 of Wands. That's a movement card. That's like across. That's you have to take an airplane to get there. Okay. Then you've got the empath card. That's the wounded warrior. That's somebody who's been through some shit. Then you got the 7 of Pentacles.
Wait a
Okay.
minute.
That's somebody That's somebody who's figured out what's important to them. Okay? Then you have the Seven of Swords. That's somebody who's been through some hella pain. Then you have the Seven of Wands. That's somebody who always has to defend themselves. You saw those 3 sevens, right? Look up
I remember
777 meaning. Okay?
I remember you, or you're in the Middle East, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Then we have the Page of Wands. Okay? That's a message about your passions. Okay? Then we have the Two of Cups, the King of Cups, the Origin card, back to your roots, calm in the storm. Okay? Then we got the Eight of Cups, somebody who's walking away. Now, all those cards, and before the cards were pulled, what did we say? We said, if you're an option, take yourself out of the situation, because if they're making you an option, you'll always be an option, and you're going to go through a bunch of heartache. There, that's the last card, walking away. So you can take that knowledge and cut your losses and choose yourself, or you can continue to deal with it and go through all of the heartache and heartbreak that was here in the cards. It's your choice.
Yeah. But I'm just going to say right now, one of these days I hope we can all sit down as not this culture or that culture and sit down and understand the truth of the human in all of us that is crying to be heard. I don't care what country you're in right now. And come to this understanding as a humanity, not separated by race or color or belief, but just in understanding of the simple truth. When we live in a society where there's certain things like very few men and a lot of women, or the opposite, let's say, and there's a certain consciousness of it's okay to control people by the idea that they're a commodity.
Or a piece of property.
Or a piece of property, or... Because you're much more than that. You are a beautiful creation. A little ball of energy, let's say, of consciousness that was meant to be put exactly where you are at exactly the right time. To bring exactly the right truth. To plant a seed, if you will. To change all that pain into understanding. That you're not a commodity to anything. Our only use here, really, and our only way of changing anything is to understand that the truth that lies inside each one of us is exactly the same. We don't like it when we're lied to, when we're stolen from, when we're cheated on. Okay, we don't like it. So no matter what anybody does to you, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. Don't ever get the idea that it's ever okay to do any of that.
Or tolerate it.
Or tolerate it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Would you will that on the truth of whatever divine intelligence is out there? Is that what you would will for it to experience? Because that's what we're kind of doing when we allow that to happen to us.
Okay. She said, as I said, dear, the story is not like this, and none of the people in this third party not coming from the Middle East.
Okay. But the idea of the third party has merit, and you know what I'm talking about. I don't remember exactly what the story was, but that's why I'm making an exception that I remember talking to you, because it was like, yep, don't judge, and it's like, okay, and we talked a little bit. I remember that. There's always exceptions, and this is what I'm saying. Don't judge as an overall, because there's always situations. And for every situation, it may be a little bit of a different story. You know what I'm saying? And in her case, I believe it was. So I'm not going to say, but I'm going to say if you're in a third party, and people in America know what I'm talking about. I mean, people all over know what I'm talking about. Y'all have some respect for the spirit inside you to not let them harm you in any way. And that innocence and that beauty and that love that you actually bring to the table. Always let it be respected. And if it's not, take it somewhere else where it will be. It's something to celebrate. And the more we find the right people that'll celebrate it with us, the more that kind of thing's going to happen, and we won't have to worry about pain as much. I mean, it depends on perspective, really. Anyway, I'm done preaching.
Carlene?
Yeah, but I remember that situation was different. Because third parties can also be family, jobs, and I believe family might have been involved in that, which is a little bit of a different, but it's still the same kind of energy. You know, yeah. Still the same kind of energy, nigga. And, yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was. So you know what I'm saying, right? Here I am shuffling now. When it's you and the right person, there is no third party. Ever. And I wish you the best of luck. And you know what I'm saying, though.
Lola?
Hello, LA.
Lola was on Facebook.
I saw a Facebook blue thing up there, I think.
Yeah, that's not...
Oh, what is that?
I can't read it.
It's red.
I know. Lola says, yay,
Yeah,
I'm
Lola.
here.
That's Lola up there.
No, it's not.
It is. Lola Mons. Smiley, smiley, smiley. That was to her.
Oh, okay. See. I was looking at the A one.
And none of the people in this third party from Middle East here. Yeah. It was like, not necessarily Middle East, but it's a different kind.
Cultures.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's Middle East or China, it's like, it's the same kind of understanding of who we are and what we deserve.
Yep. Okay, Lola, did you have a specific question? Want a general?
Lola's like, yay! Yeah, Nagar's, I'm just gonna say this, okay? That situation is kind of like, different. And that's good advice, though, Silly Billy. But in her situation, it's a little different. So, and it's a little touchy. So, and since I understand it, I'm not saying that what you said is wrong because it's really solid advice, but I'm saying that it doesn't apply in her situation. And it's something that's very near and dear to her. So, you know, we all try and be helpful, and sometimes it doesn't help at that point. So she's one that needs to hear a little different story. But y'all need to hear what I said. Okay, so the outcome. Oh. Choose you, of course. I'm just going to answer you on that because I got the Two of Pentacles. It's going to be a balancing act. It's always going to be a balancing act until...
Kim, you are the last one on our list. There are 4 other people ahead of you.
It's always going to be a balancing act until the parties change, really. Nigga. Just be careful. Be you. Did she have a question?
She wanted a general. Do you guys do work and school direction reads?
We do all kinds of reads.
And your first card is the Justice card.
Woohoo!
The one with the scissors.
Woohoo!
The one with the angel taking the mask off.
Well,
are you dealing with some child? You're dealing with some immature energies, aren't you?
no.
Yes. Yeah. Well, okay. Now the reason I said that is because you have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Now, it's interesting that it's the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups because that's the head and the heart energy, and that's what needs to be balanced. Okay? Old friend, but annoying. Okay. Well, there's something that you're not seeing. Okay?
Have you ever just looked at him and asked him, why are you so annoying? Why you gotta be that way?
This person is a friend, but I think they want something different. Is this your energy of feeling out in the cold, or is this their energy of feeling out in the cold? Because what's in the middle of your spread is the Ten of Cups. Okay?
That's what I'm feeling. That Ten of Cups with her.
And then you got the Ace of Cups. Yes, he wants to force something different. Yeah. And then you got the Ten of Wands. I just want him to relax sometimes.
Well, flip the switch on the energy. You'll have that power.
Well, there's not an even match on the board. There's not a divine couple. Then you've got the Ace of Swords. Okay.
Pushy people are not a good sign.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like it's about to split because we got the High Priestess here.
Woohoo!
And then we've got the Fool, okay? And that's a new beginning, all right? And then we've got
supernova.
And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the mini Empress. And then we've got the King of Swords. That's not equally matched energy. I mean, in the feminine energy is somebody who's got their shit together. And the masculine energy is the immature energy, and that King of Swords can be very overpowering, especially if they're not balanced. So it's almost like the way that I feel with the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Swords is like y'all are gonna go two different directions because he's not gonna get what he wants. But in that, there's an ending of cycles here, okay? There is. Because you've got the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Cups is about balance, and it's about achieving everything that you are setting out to achieve. And the Ten of Wands is about handing that immature energy back to them and not accepting the traumas that they're trying to place on you that they haven't dealt with. Is he a Virgo? That's it right there. So, he uses trauma as an excuse. Yeah, see? Okay. So, this Justice card, your first card out, okay? At times to be where he is. Okay. Lola, have you heard me talk about the cord cutting? Have you done a cord cutting? Because this Justice card, that's forcing somebody to take their mask off, whether it's you or whether it's them.
Yes.
There's a person in the middle of these scissors. If you do a cord cutting for all of the things that you're having issues with in the relationship between you and him, if you do a cord cutting, it's going to change the dynamic. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be over, but when the cords grow back, it will definitely be a different dynamic. Okay? What you got?
Lola, you so just want to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's inside you. And whoever this person is, you kind of need to sit him on his ass. In a big way, because if he's making you uncomfortable in any way, you need to explain to him, look, if you ever want a chance to, that, you gotta relax. Because I'm at the point where I'm ready to, if you want to keep making me uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying here, right? Life's too short for that shit. And just so you guys know, just a few minutes ago, sometimes you'll hear me go off about certain things. When I hear third party, I don't care. That third party energy, I wasn't talking to anyone in particular when I was talking about that, just so you know. Now I'm talking to Lola. You in particular, Mama, have just such a happy, beautiful energy, and you don't need to be weighed down by other people's needs or their ideas of needs, because this is again where people put you up either on a pedestal with your energy, or they try and put you in the toilet, one or the other. They can't own it, they can't control it, they'll try and destroy it. So that's when I kind of see it for what it is. If there's red flags, I don't wait for the. Yeah, if I feel like somebody's being pushy, nobody has a right to be pushy. I'm good with that. You need to go over there and be pushy somewhere else. See if you have any better luck over there, because this is when you pack that ship out with what you don't need and bring in what you do. You know what I'm talking about?
That's that 3 of Wands energy.
Yeah.
That's also setting those boundaries of, hey, I'm not tolerating this.
Yeah. That's when you actually have the opportunity solid enough to understand. Because I'm getting an empath energy here, which is making her want to kind of not want to.
No, I had the 9 of Pentacles.
Okay. So you're manifesting too. So the 9 of Pentacles right there tells me that you have the ability to see what I'm talking about and make him deal with his own energy and tell him, look, I understand this, da-da-da-da-da, and then tell him the truth of what's going on, and maybe he'll look at himself and start healing himself to where he doesn't have that need to put you on a pedestal or marry you or whatever to possess you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's on him. You have better things to do. That's my message.
Bridget said I'm clairvoyant. I feel like it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
It's gonna be a curse. And the only reason it's a curse is because you understand the people's energy around you, and that possibility says that it probably won't go a good way. But here's the thing about possibility and you being able to control possibility is if you control it in your brain, and instead of thinking about all the shit that can go wrong, you start thinking about all the shit that can go right. Because that's a possibility too. Quit training yourself and training your brain to put energy and manifest the negative bullshit, alright? And if you aren't allowed by other people to do anything but think negatively of them, that should be, here's your sign. Get the fuck away from those people.
Dang, I should have asked you guys what gifts I have. I forgot you mentioned that at the end of a video once, but I'll save that for a
What
different
gift do you
day.
think you have, and what
Bridget
do you want?
said yes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not touching the cards. But I do want to apologize to Nigger, because when I hear that third, I'll start preaching and not. Yeah. And that's what happened there. Because I know her situation. So, and she's right, it didn't apply in that. But I wasn't specifically thinking about her. I was thinking about the overall energy of the third party situation and what that does to us personally and on a bigger level. But yeah, that time I was talking to you too, Bridget. But in talking to you, I'm also talking to people on a bigger level. So
Yeah, well, that's why we say if it resonates, claim it.
get down to the simplicity of it. And the only way to get the simplicity of it is to get the feelings, which can be ego and toxic. So we have to remove those feelings and look at it like we're watching a movie or somebody else's life or hearing somebody else's story. If we cannot do that, we can't end those cycles because we can't see them clearly as long as we're in this. I think Eckhart Tolle called it a pain body. Take that pain body and put it over here and let it tell its story and talk to it like it's your friend.
Well, let's say karma goes really quickly for me. Like if I do something, something happens.
That's because you're
fast.
supposed to realize who the hell
So
you
I'm
are.
trying to see what good I can do.
This is spirit saying, look, this is spirit showing you exactly what I've been talking about with cause and effect. We've been taught backwards, right? So spirit is trying to get you to retrain yourself in those ways to where, like one time, I knew this about myself. I am karma incarnate. I understand that about me, okay? I have the ability to bring it. Like it or not. That's understanding those dark wisdoms. So anyway, neither here nor there. Here's the thing. If I go into my toxic ego, like one time I was so mad at somebody and it was from that hurt place and I said, oh, I could scratch your eyes out. The next day I got something in my eyes and my eyes itched like a mole. It didn't stop. It was like, oh my goodness. I know exactly what this is. And when you know, you know. And that is spirit trying to talk to you and say, honey, you can't be doing this. If you need to talk the talk and walk the walk. And it's really not that hard to do if you think about it. So, that's what I'm trying to say. The truth of you is that 10 of cups that this world needs. But you got to remove everything that's standing there, because that's the truth of spirit right there, is that 10 of cups. You don't need anything else but spirit for that 10 of cups. And that's the truth. And once you have that by yourself, you bring it out to the world and you start shaping the world with that gift. Okay, you understand pain's there, you understand all that's there. But you also understand that because you have this cup and what you were chosen for it, you understand that that's their choice. It really isn't about you. And Spirit's got that shit. Put it in and go take your beautiful cup and be beautiful you. Because that's what the world needs. And you're strong enough to bring it. Because I see that 10 of cups. That's what it means. Brady said I get in trouble. And then she said true. Okay, here's the thing about anger. I want you to look at super empath. Okay? Anger is not a bad thing. Here's the thing about anger. It's 50 or 25 megahertz above desire. Your anger is more pure to spirit than what you out there wanting. True story. So we have to look at anger in a different way. people think anger is bad, but actually it's another messenger. It's another way of communicating love and understanding love, because it's a flip side. Okay, this is understanding that dark wisdom. If we didn't have love, there wouldn't be any anger.
She said absolutely.
Okay? So once we understand that anger is actually another message from love, and it's a divine love. There's righteous anger out there. Okay? Very righteous anger out there. And you should not be ashamed of it. You have every right to have it. That's why it's called righteous anger. And that's when the truth of your spirit, of the truth that's inside you, that little piece of God that's inside you is saying, "Thou do not disrespect my vessel of my spirit that way." And when we shut up and listen to the world and let them do that to us, that's when that little piece of spirit inside us starts eating away at us. And that's when the pain starts. And that's when the disease starts. That's when we start getting sick. That's when we start getting old. That's when we start dying. Take back your power. Fuck that shit. That's what I got. I'm done.
Okay, Muskan. And then Silly Billy.
Yep, amen, absolutely. Yep, okay. Awesome. Yes, period. That's kind of the way I feel about it. It's so simple, guys.
You forgot the T on the end of that.
You got this. I'm telling you. I believe in you. Maybe I don't believe in you yet, but I believe in what's inside you, and I believe you have the ability to listen to what's inside you and honor it, and then that's when you change the world.
There you go.
Period. Poo-ha. See, that's what I mean, Lola. There's your magic.
Okay, so
And when people don't let you bring it, just do the peridot poof, haha, and go. Bye.
Muskan, Silly Billy, Aaliyah.
Sound off. Are we only getting Facebook again?
No, I'm not gonna say that we're only getting Facebook, cause there's been no comments. There's Silly Billy. Okay, so Silly Billy, what did you have question? Did you want a general read? Okay, maybe we're only getting Facebook.
Well, I see it up there,
Right.
but it's on the screen.
So Laura and Jacinta both.
Here comes everybody. They all suddenly woke up. YouTube just suddenly woke up.
Both blocked on social media. I will still give Laura the artwork gift I have for her.
Okay.
I want to know if they will apologize for their behavior and unblock me. I won't talk to them till January when things cool down. Besides, I will have the artwork ready by then.
Billy, were you silly?
I am a very silly, silly Billy. Okay.
I think we can all be really silly sometimes and don't even realize it. Yeah, well, silly Billy.
But today I just feel pretty sad, not feeling my best energy.
When I want. Yeah.
Okay. I did a lot for them, and to expect.
Oh, hold on. Bridget. Okay. Billy, here's the thing. Women are silly. And they don't tell you sometimes their objectives. And they'll take certain things as an either an opportunity or well, yeah, they'll take things as an opportunity, whether you see it or not. They'll misunderstand a gesture from a man because this is all because programming or woman. I don't know. I'm not going to judge this, but people will do this, especially women. They'll take a gesture from somebody as a sign of love, adoration, admiration, whatever. And they think it's something to really build something else on. So, even if you tell them the truth, you get them to where if there's two women, there's going to be some kind of feel in some way. So, my advice would be, especially if you're an artist, and I understand artists because I am one too. We tend to be big thinkers and big feelers, and we don't tend to limit ourselves to the understanding of other people. And sometimes when we're dealing with other people with limited understandings, it's best to reel your shit back. And I feel like sometimes you give too much of yourself and it's misunderstood. And then people expect certain things, and when they don't get it, they get disappointed and upset. And I think that's the situation you're in. But I could be wrong. So maybe you have to,
I genuinely thought Laura is a good mother figure, older sister figure to me, but I'm having to doubt this.
well, okay. Again, usually people show up into your life at this kind of consciousness because of what you can do for them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something about you makes them feel good about themselves. And then when that ability, when you start thinking about something besides making them feel good, or they tend to let me think about this. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, you got it. Let's let her go.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna say is there's a lot of immature energy out. Okay. You also have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands, which is very passionate energy. This is creativity in itself. It is life in itself. Okay? It's your passions. Okay? Now,
They're big. You got big passions, Billy. And it's not a bad thing, but it's misunderstood.
the other two people that are out are the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Okay? So in them blocking you, you're in a classroom setting. All right? This is a lesson for you. Okay?
And it isn't even really about them. It's about your energy and understanding your energy and how it's affecting.
Yes. Now, we've got the Ten of Wands here too. And the Ten of Wands is all about not taking on somebody else's burdens. Okay? The Ten of Wands is typically the man with all the sticks on his back and is all hunched over trying to walk with all that weight and whatnot. Each one of those sticks is a heavy burden.
And that'll block your flow if you're an artist. Big time.
That's a 10, though. It's an ending. All right? It's a completion of a cycle. All right? So, in this, you're understanding, or should be coming into an understanding, that you can't take on other people's problems. Okay? But getting to this understanding has you in this energy. All right? This is the Five of Swords. Okay? Typically, that's a victory at all costs. However, in this one, this person is in a state of sorrow. Okay? It's an overwhelm. It's an exasperation. Okay? In the middle of your spread, you have the Justice card. And right beside that, you have a new beginning. Okay? So the three cards in that row were the Three of Pentacles, Justice, and the Fool. Okay? What you're learning is that you need to pull your energy back. Okay? So being an artist and being creative, you're also empathic. It kind of goes hand in hand.
That means you're going to drown.
Mm-hmm. And you have this overwhelming desire to fix and save everybody. And that can't be done.
People pleaser.
Now, these are the good cards. Okay? We've got the Star and the Temperance Angel.
I can totally see that. Man, my nose is itching like crazy right now. But yeah, that energy for an artist of that where you're at can either propel you or hinder you. Depends. When you see it clearly as an artist, there's nothing that's not gonna hinder. There's nothing that's not gonna. There's nothing that's gonna hinder you.
Nothing can stop you. You'll continue moving forward.
Right, because that sadness will be a driving force as well to create a different world, to create that change, and that in itself is art. But yeah, I think, and Laura may be a good mother, whatever, but here's the thing, you have a relationship with her that's of your own, right? And you may think it's this way, but that's what I'm telling you about women. Sometimes they are drawn to that amazing energy that artists have, that creativity, because that's a divine spark. All right? And they crave that because look around the world. Seriously. But it's your responsibility to know that they're working from a certain level of understanding with your amazing energy. Okay, a lot of people aren't going to understand that artist big thinker, so you kind of have to explain it to them that, look, I see you as a sister, I see you as a blah blah, I see you, and you have to define that relationship and thank them for that relationship to keep it on that level so they don't expect more. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because you're consciously above that and don't think about these things, not everybody is at where you're at. And women operate sometimes at a level that, well, I'm not proud of being a woman. But, you know, once you understand it, you can change the dynamic. Anyway, that's what I got for you.
All right, Aaliyah.
Well, that's going to be up to you, Billy. Honestly, it's going to be up to you whether or not you change the energy of that sadness into understanding, and that, because once you do that, as long as you have that sadness, then they're, how can I put it? Because they're going to feel it. If you want them to forgive you, I would not think about it and let the energy, like, disconnect yourself from it. And when they feel you pull away,
That's that cord cutting thing.
Yeah.
Change the dynamic.
Change
Okay?
the dynamic.
Whatever it is.
But
If you look, okay, if you look at the situation from their point of view,
they have nothing to apologize.
that's not necessarily true. Because, you know, sometimes we do things and think, damn, I should apologize for that.
Well,
and then,
true.
And then the ego steps in and is like, no, screw that. You don't have to apologize.
Well, I'm thinking from a wounded woman that, from that perspective, I guess. But according to them, let's say they wouldn't think they had it.
Right.
Because women, you know, emotions grow. So it shouldn't make a difference if they do or don't.
So this, quite honestly, this sounds like you need to set a boundary. Okay, you feel like you need to be apologized to, and they don't necessarily feel like they need to apologize to you. So just, in no uncertain terms, whatever the behavior was, acknowledge that it happened and, stand up for yourself and say, I won't be treated this way.
And you move on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if their artwork was commissioned and now they owe you money, and that could be a reason why they're both being a bitch because they don't have the money to pay you. It could be a million reasons.
The artwork isn't done.
Oh, okay. So, here's the deal, Billy. Is it worth it? Who's next?
Next
Oh,
is Aaliyah and Kim. And at 11:11, Aaliyah said it was 12:12 where she was at. So she may not be here at this point in time.
So she's on the east. Or, yeah.
So
Or west.
it's after
No,
1 a.m. there. There she is. Hey. Will my relationship with Dre change for better or worse if I were to ask him on a date?
I said better, but here's the thing: you have to know that he's a wounded warrior. Okay, so he's not somebody that trusts with his squishy gushy too quickly, so you might have to take it slow. But I think it will get better. Because that's what I asked, if it'll get better. I don't think it'll get worse. I mean, it can get worse. You gotta know what you're getting into.
I completely understand that.
My daughter's name was Aaliyah. Is Aaliyah.
I was gonna say it still is.
Well, see, here's the thing. Do you remember the singer Aaliyah? Before she became the singer Aaliyah, I actually talked to her mother. She had a different name. I don't care what they say. That's not true. She has a birth certificate. It's been proven that she had a different name when she was. And I gave her my daughter's name. My daughter was about 8 at the time because she told me that she had a daughter that was a good singer, and it was like, well, would she do the name proud? Yeah, okay. So I told her. Next thing I know, I'm hearing this name everywhere from the singer, which it's a beautiful name. It's got a beautiful meaning. I'm happy it's getting out there, really. Only I saw that spelling, and it's like, man, I don't want my kindergarten girl having to, like, wait until she's in 5th grade before she can spell her name. So I kind of made it ALIA. It's easier to sign on checks, too.
Okay. Aaliyah, I kind of want to rearrange your cards. And get rid of a few of them.
Damn it. That's frustrating. That's cheating. You can't really do that.
Dang it.
Although, I mean, we can if we, like, get the right perspective.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So your first card is the Death card. Okay. And that's transformation. It's death and rebirth, the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Okay. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, and that's somebody who's pulling their energy back. Then you have the Fool. That's a new beginning. Queen of Cups. That's where you're at now. However, the Queen of Cups is naturally a nurturer. Okay? So much so that when she's out of balance, she can be extreme with it. Okay? And that goes back to that whole you can't save everybody. Okay? Then we have the Page of Swords. Then we have Justice. Okay? And this Justice is the one where the angel's taking the mask off. And there's something in the dynamic that needs to change. What you got? Checks mix. Yeah. So, you also have the Moon. Okay? That's something that's not being seen. Alright? It's gonna get brought to light. And then you got a Tower. And then you got the Seven of Swords. Okay? Now the Seven of Swords typically is, he's walking out a doorway and he's got 5 swords with him that he's taken. Okay? Something is being stolen from you. Okay? Then we got the Chariot. That's a very, very quick moving energy. But that's also very indicative of, of spirit. Because on the Chariot, there are no reins. It's being driven by spirit. That means the person who's sitting in the driver's seat is very much so allowing spirit to take the lead, to take the reins. They're following in, they're doing what spirit says. Okay? And then you have the Nine of Cups. That's the wish card. Okay? Possibly even drugs. Okay? Man, I don't know if you're paying attention to this candle flame or not, but I've been paying attention to it.
The blue one?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
No, I'm paying attention to this one.
Okay.
Do you see the cracks?
The cracks? No. They're a puddle of wax. No. You just lost the candle holder, guys. Happens. Then we've got the Two of Wands. Alright. Now the Two of Wands, it's about choices. And the Wands are about passions. Things that are important to you. Creativity. Okay? It's a choice. And then you got the Ace of Wands. Okay? So the energy in that is getting smaller. It went from a 2 to a ace. So it's going to be a lesson. It's going to give you knowledge. Some people are better left in the friend zone. tea you got?
I got Cheez-Its.
What else do you got?
Hazelnut, peanuts.
Cashews.
Good stuff. And here's the thing. For some reason, I'm feeling rather flat on this situation. And when I feel rather flat on this situation, it's kind of a sign to me that there's a bigger picture that Spirit isn't just going to hand you, Aaliyah. There's a pretty simple answer to this is, what the hell do you feel like doing? What do you think is going to make you happy and why? Do that.
Because there are no mistakes. Okay? Everything happens divinely. Alright? You can't make a wrong decision. You either have a lesson or you have a blessing.
The only wrong decision is one not made.
Yep. But that in itself is a decision anyway. It's
right?
A decision of stagnancy.
But that leaves you to fate instead of destiny.
Right.
Just remember, when you don't make a decision, it leaves you to fate. Well, here's the deal then. Don't think about it right now. Keep him as a friend. Don't push it. Keep him as a friend and then raise together until he
Right.
asks you.
Look, the best relationship is the one where the partner is your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You guys have a friendship. Make it a little... Progress it a little bit.
The more vulnerable you become, the more he steps up.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants to. If not, he won't. You'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes men, you have to let them know in subtle ways. Or sometimes you just got to slap them upside the head and just ask them, you know. I kind of been thinking about asking you out on a date, but I don't want to mess up anything up. Talk to him about it.
Yep.
That's my advice.
Yep.
Quit sitting back worrying about it.
Because there's very seldom, here's the thing, there's very seldom a friendship between a man and a woman where the man is not there trying to make it something more. Mm-hmm. Very seldom, okay? But 9 out of 10, that fear right there, you want to go out on a date, but you don't want to lose the friendship if it goes left. See, that's the catch-22 in it.
So go out on a date and be friends. Don't push it.
Just go hang out. Allow it to progress for what it is. Don't go into it with high expectations. I wanted to say solid. But letting him know that you have, if you let him know that you have feelings for him, that allows him the decision. And I think that you said that he had feelings for you. So
What's the holdup?
a solid relationship starts with being honest with each other. Okay? So voice your concerns. I don't want to lose a friendship over a relationship not working out. And that's my fear. He told me he likes me. I want to go, but he hasn't asked me. And when I text to try to
He
make
did
it a
ask
bit
you. He told you he likes you.
obvious,
So you don't
but
know
he
how this
hasn't
works.
texted me much lately.
If he told you he likes you, here's your sign.
Yep. And he probably hasn't texted you much lately because he feels rejected because he told you he liked you and you didn't move forward with it at that point in time.
I'm telling you, be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It could be an opportunity you don't want to miss. But, it could be a learning experience. It could be a lot of fun and then a learning experience. Just let it be what it'll be.
Kim, are you still here? Is there anything else that you have for Aaliyah?
No, it's the best advice I can really give. You know, you gotta trust yourself, Mama, and quit doing this back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, are you here? Gina, are you still here? Did we ever get Diana?
Mm-mm.
She said something about sending her.
Yeah, she couldn't find me on PayPal. And I couldn't find the link.
Is Kim up there? No, Lily. Oh, okay. So, I see something. I what it says.
She said, okay, so I'll try it. I hope I'm not the one getting rejected.
It's only a no.
Right?
It's like this. It doesn't mean that it's there forever.
Right?
Step back 5 yards and punt. And just know if it's meant to be, it'll be. But you ain't gonna find out unless you ask. But remember when I said, careful what you think about? Do you want to manifest that worry or? In the realm of possibility, I think you should dream big.
Mm-hmm.
Because worry will manifest a whole heap of nothing. Well, I haven't seen anybody else coming back. And that was YouTube, the perception, right?
What do you mean? Prophetic? No, she was on.
Prophetic, are you here? Kim?
I never thought of it that way. I'm so shy. I just don't even realize it.
Well, it's like this. There's you come to what you perceive as a stopping point, but nothing has to be a stopping point if you handle it the right way. I mean, you can still tell him the truth and see where he wants to go, and if he's not ready to go there at this moment, there might be a reason for it. Doesn't mean that you have to stop his friendship, but maybe, maybe you sitting on your butt, maybe he might have something going on, but you never know until you let him know. And then handle it as it comes. I promise you, a no is not the end of the world. I'm not seeing anybody. Alright, Gina. Said 6 viewers, though.
Sound off, guys. Who's here? She said, you're right.
It's just common sense. You want to stay stuck, or you want to go be happy. See, we choose so many times to stay stuck in energy that we don't need to be in, and it, again, lowering our vibrations, our consciousness, our ability to move forward and up.
She said, I'll take the lead of faith and just ask him.
All right, Kim. Kim or Gina, are you in the house? Because if not, it's a good night from me.
Night, ladies, be safe and enjoy the remainder of the night.
I am. I'm probably going to have another hit or two and then eat some more Chex Mix and watch some amazing readers on YouTube. But I've been doing that a lot lately. Maybe I'll watch it. What's a good bedtime story? Let's see. It's Christmas. I'm thinking. No, I was thinking Smart Assy. I was thinking Jeepers Creepers. You know? What can I say? Okay, well, I'm not seeing them.
I'm not seeing him.
Okay, with that, we're going to say goodnight then. Blessed be.
Be blessed.
Namaste.
Namaste.